Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. Health officials have a close eye on security protocols surrounding the COVID-19 vaccine. This comes as a hospital employee was fired for removing several vials of the vaccine from a refrigerator, destroying hundreds of doses. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard asked local hospitals how they're securing the drugs.
A Wisconsin hospital employee fired after taking dozens of vials of the COVID-19 vaccine from a pharmacy refrigerator and intentionally destroying more than 500 doses. Health experts like Monty Remick, manager of pharmacy at Sanford, are keeping a close eye on their vaccine shipments so something like this doesn't happen.
So right now, everything that we do have is double locked in the pharmacy. And we also have security keeping a camera on all of our locations as well, so we can have kind of a double check for our own staff too.
He says when the Pfizer vaccine comes out of the container, they have 2 hours to dilute it and 6 hours to give it. Remick saying they've been working closely with nursing staff, making sure they have enough for that time frame. And if an employee was caught wasting the vaccine, what sort of repercussions would they face?
I don't think I can exactly say what will happen in that case, but I think with any type of theft of any pharmaceutical, I mean, that is, something that we'd have to look at with our legal team.
Making sure they get the vaccine out in a timely manner without wasting a single drop. In Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Clay County Public Health told us they have Moderna's version of the coronavirus vaccine double locked with security cameras. After we broke the story last night of 2 North Dakotans suffering from allergic reactions following the vaccine, many are wondering tonight if the benefits outweigh the risks. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockey joins us live now to answer some of your questions. Courtney?
Thanks, Stacy. Several thousand North Dakotans have received the first shot from the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. Now, the state health department is reporting 2 severe allergic reactions after individuals received Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. But experts say no need to panic. They say reactions to any vaccine are uncommon and that there's not one that's safer than the other. But they say there are some groups who should not get the vaccine.
Absolute contraindication to getting a COVID vaccine is if you've had an anaphylactic reaction to an injectable medication. If you have an allergic reaction or a history of polyethylene glycol, we would recommend that those people don't get vaccinated either.
Coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6, we'll answer more of your questions regarding the safety of the vaccine. Stacy?
Thanks so much, Courtney. And we have links to that information and much more on our website. Just download the VNL News app and click on this story. Well, we are ringing in the new year with a pleasant forecast. Here's Nathan with a first look.
And Happy New Year, folks. Thanks for spending it with us here on Valley News Live. A beautiful look at our home of economy sky cam in Devil's Lake right now shows that sun setting, some clouds out there casting a nice, beautiful glow on the bottom of those clouds. Did have a few flakes and flurries flying in the Devil's Lake Basin earlier today and even in that area as we speak, but by and large I do expect impacts from those flurries to be minimal. As you can see, just a few light snow showers wafting through the Devil's Lake area, heading toward the right along the international border in our northern North Dakota neighborhoods. I do expect these to waft into northern Minnesota as well, but again, light accumulation, if any, from these flurries making their way through. We are seeing those clouds thicken a little bit there through the FM metro at this hour, but where we do see perhaps a few of the more organized snow showers just outside of Langdon at this hour, heading toward Highway 81 and 1, just toward the north of Devil's Lake as well. But again, if you have those plans for tonight, temperatures will be pretty similar to what they are right now. Teens and 20s for most of us, some clouds moving in, a bit of a southerly breeze will keep our temperatures stable for the most part as we continue into 2021. Can't come soon enough, but look at this. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Upper teens, and the average high for this time of year is 19 degrees. So we'll see those average high temperatures for us as we move into the midnight hour tonight. In Grand Forks, same story, clouds with some nearly stable temperatures. But of course, Stacy, we're tracking that first week of the New Year forecast has some warmth, but also some showers on the menu for next year as well. So we'll talk about that coming up.
All right, looks like we got a pretty sunset out there.
Yes, a beautiful one.
Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Well, the Cass County Sheriff's Office is warning the public about a risk level 3 offender being released near Cass Lake, Minnesota. 54-year-old Edward Carlson will be living in the Cass Lake area, but his address hasn't been provided at this time. Police say he engaged in sexual contact with 2 known teenage females at multiple times. An Enbridge pipeline worker was run over by a forklift near Hill City. A preliminary report says the death of Jorge Villafuerte III was an accident. It happened on December 18th while he was checking a list of materials while standing behind an industrial forklift. As the forklift started backing up, a coworker jumped out of the way, but Villafuerte was hit by one of the tires. He was 45 years old and leaves behind 9 children. Authorities in Minneapolis are expected to release body cam footage after a man is shot by police in a South Side neighborhood. It happened around 6 last night outside of a Holiday gas station in the Powderhorn Park neighborhood when officers pulled over a felony suspect. Witness statements to police indicate that the man fired first at officers who then fired back and killed him. A female passenger in the car wasn't hurt. The world is beginning to ring in 2020, but celebrations look a little different this year. CBS's Ian Lee reports.
Thousands gathered to ring in the new year in New Zealand, one of the few places on Earth that's able to hold a big celebration this year. Well, that's because the country successfully managed the pandemic. A different picture than neighboring Australia, where COVID cases are on the rise. Authorities in Sydney told folks to stay home and watch the famous fireworks on TV. While in China, the original ground zero of the pandemic, President Xi Jinping praised his people, telling them, with solidarity and resilience, we wrote the epic of our fight against the epidemic. In better times, this was the scene over Brandenburg Gate when the clock struck midnight in Berlin. But this year, fireworks and celebrations are kaput, as the country's death toll reached a record high yesterday. German Chancellor Angela Merkel scolded people for not taking the virus seriously, saying, "Conspiracy theories are not only false and dangerous, they're also cynical and cruel." While in Scotland, drones took to the air to gallop us in to the new year. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
According to the Vatican, Pope Francis is skipping New Year's ceremonies this year because of a painful back condition. For 2 straight weeks, the number of people filing for unemployment benefits has fallen. Initial jobless claims are down by 19,000 for a total of 787,000 during the week of Christmas. Still, an economic advisor speaking to CNBC says the latest report from the Labor Department shows no real improvement as it continues to be a difficult time in the economy. COVID-19 rapid testing events will be held in Fargo and West Fargo. In West Fargo, testing will be held at the Lights parking garage from January 3rd to the 5th. On the 3rd, it'll be from noon to 5. The 4th, 8 in the morning till noon. And on January 5th, it'll be from 2 to 6 p.m. In Fargo, it'll be at the Civic Center from January 4th through the 8th, 1 to 5 p.m. every day. You're encouraged to pre-register if you plan on attending. You can find more information about these testing events on our website, valleynewslive.com. The American lives lost to COVID-19 will be remembered during President-elect Joe Biden's inaugural events. The Presidential Inaugural Committee announcing today a January 19th memorial to be held in locations across the country and here at the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool in the nation's capital. That ceremony will feature a lighting around the pool, the first ever, according to the committee, to memorialize American lives lost. Today is the last day of our virtual food drive for the Great Plains Food Bank. Thanks to everyone who's helped. With all the help from you, we've raised more than $27,000, and we're still collecting until midnight. There are a number of items you can purchase and donate right from your phone. Just download our free VNL News app, look for the virtual food drive, and click to donate. The new COVID variant is picking up speed. What you need to know about its spread and the latest round of lockdowns next.
And here's those south winds around 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting just recently to 31 miles per hour in Fargo. These south winds, some clouds will make for a mild New Year's Eve, but even more warm weather is on the way for the next 7 days. I'll break down your full forecast for the new year coming up after the break.